What's up, and welcome to the Indie Credible Podcast, episode 40. A kind of mini milestone.
Yeah.
A fourth decade of us running this.
No, it's not.
But
hey,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mini century. What do you call 10? Just 10.
10.
It's not like a... Yeah. Anyway.
A posh word for
people are like, what the fuck am I listening to this now? Anyway.
Decade?
This is the Indie Credible Podcast. A weekly podcast. We get together and chat about the world of indie gaming. We go through what indie games we've been playing, which is quite a lot this week. We talk about the latest indie game news, and again, there's quite a lot this week, and we cover a topic. And this week, we're talking about the Nintendo Switch's indie library. There are so many games on that console, but there are probably not a handful, a few handfuls of ones that you have to play. And we're going to go through our recommendations of, if you've got a Switch this year, these are games that you have to at least go and check out on the Switch. They are brilliant on the Switch. But yes. I should probably say who we are.
Yeah, who are we?
I don't know. Who are
we going to be today? Hi, my name's Jasmine.
I'm Tom.
Yeah, again, Tom's not here.
Tom is not here.
Start with that.
Do you know why Tom's not here?
Because he can't handle...
Tom's doing the 32-hour...
Oh, he's doing the Marvel Marathon, isn't he?
He's watching every single Marvel film back to back with his mates. I'm like, mate, get a fucking life. Like 32 hours, really? Cool. You could play less than half a Persona in that time.
What I don't get is that, okay, fair enough, you're going to watch it, but surely you watch it before going to see Avengers.
That's what he's doing.
But that's not out until the 20-something.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
So he's going to watch them all back to back and then not see them for a couple of weeks.
His memory is so bad as it is. Like, I'll send him a text saying, I'll check this game out on the Wednesday. I'll pick him up on the Friday for podcast. I'm like, I'll call you and talk about games tonight. He's like, yeah, what one's that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he does that.
I'm like, the one that fucking... Oh, yeah. The one about the Western one. No. Fucking hell. Anyway, my name is Lewis.
Who are we really?
And this is Dan. You can find us on Twitter if you want, actually, as well. Follow us, because we like being followed. My name's Below. I'm at What's Up Woody, and Dan is
at the Dice Bear.
Yeah, indeed he is. And also, just before we go into it, get the ball rolling, because it's been such a fragmented start.
We're brilliant at this.
Yeah, it's been all over the place. I'm so tired this week, but ignore that. Where can you find the Incredible Podcast? It's available on iTunes, it's available on SoundCloud, it's available on Player FM. It's available on a lot of podcast sites I've never even heard of. The stats come through and I'm like, never heard of that.
Never heard that one. Don't know.
Never heard of that. And we are almost on Spotify. We are on through the second stage of verification on Spotify. Yeah, it's fucking pain in the ass, but we're getting there finally on Spotify. Or if you want to watch us actually see what we look like, and more importantly, every game we talk about has a trailer playing behind us. So if you want to come along and see what the games we're talking about, and there's a couple today that we really recommend you do have a look at what they look like, then you can come watch us on YouTube. It's youtube.com/IndieCredible. If you want to get exclusive pre- and post-show content, then you can head over to Patreon. $1 a month will get you probably about 2 hours a month worth of pre- and post-show content. And you see now, these guys here, they know how it rolls. Big Willy style. Names rolling across the screen. You want your name rolling across the screen? Big Willy style. What's wrong with that?
It's a Will Smith reference
exactly,
at the start of our...
Yeah.
We're trying to tell people that we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, and Will Smith, legit.
Will Smith is legit.
Will Smith's legit.
Is he too legit
You can have your name scrolling across. Not rolling. It can roll if you want.
It can roll.
Scroll, your choice. Across the
shit.
screen. For... I think it's $5. I think it's $5.
That's
what a Big Willy.
And
Big Willy, because they get everything.
Yeah.
They get all the podcasts to do, all the extra content, and the Big Willy style scroll. I might actually call it now, right? Because it says patrons, Incredible patrons. I might say Incredible Big Willy patrons.
Do you want to check that they want to be called that first? Because there may be some patrons.
Do they have a choice?
No, that's a very good point. That's a very good point. Sodom.
Anyway, let's go into our first section, which we always start with we have been playing. Do you want to go first, or shall I go first?
Well, I think...
We've both been playing the same game.
We've both been playing the same game, so...
Yeah, well... Because
you played extra bits around it, so I've been playing Masters of Anima.
Yeah.
And Fortnite.
Yeah.
And that is...
Still playing Fortnite.
That is all I've been playing... indie game wise. Other than that, I've been playing board games.
But I will say, Master of Anima is It's quite a substantial game. It's more than I expected there.
But it's a lot bigger than...
It's about 10 hours, between 8 and 10 hours, depending on how much of a collection artist you are. Collection artist?
Well,
You know what I mean?
I get what you mean.
How much
There
you
are
wanna
lots
hunt.
of bits you can collect.
Yeah.
It's all...
Um,
Yeah, we had quite a nice discussion before this podcast about it because, of course, we both have reviews coming up.
yeah, well, we're pretty much the same in some parts, but then there's a big thing
difference.
in terms of the controls.
Yeah.
That's our biggest...
Yeah, that is
Difference
the
on
biggest thing for us.
And I don't know if... So I was thinking about this after you texted me earlier. So a quick bit of kind of context, people. Master of Anima is an isometric action RPG adventure game where you play as this kid called Otto who can shape anima, this kind of magic in this world called Spark. And you can create these guardians from the ground, and there's 5 different guardians you can create, and you send them off in kind of mini RTS style fights.
Yeah.
But use the RTS reference very lightly.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, very lightly. But think any kind of Diablo style camera where you're running around and you're attacking enemies. But what I will say is it's puzzle to boss. There's not like minions running around in between. Puzzle to boss, puzzle to boss.
Yeah.
So that's the way it works. There's a trailer playing up there now for anyone watching. You can kind of see it. But the big contrast we had, and I was thinking about this after you texted me earlier, and I don't know if it's because I've played RTS games on a PC, not a lot, because I'm generally on a PC. I suck.
Right.
Mouse and keyboard, I'm just not great with.
Okay.
I've always had a gamepad controller, and I'm not saying I'm great on a controller.
It's just something you're used to. Yeah.
Like even if I'm reviewing, so when I was reviewing, do you remember I did a preview for Battalion, 1640, back in the FPS game.
Which
Square
one?
Enix. Battalion. What's the date of the war?
Which war?
Battalion. 1964.
1964?
Is that
Do
right?
you mean 44? World War II?
1944. Thank you.
Okay.
1944. I'm not great at history.
Okay, that's fine.
Battalion
There are lots of
1944.
wars, mate.
Do you remember I done a preview for that, and Tom was laughing at my gameplay?
No, see, I only remember the one by the tank game
Oh,
that I saw you
crap.
play.
So I previewed an FPS game, and Tom was laughing at my gameplay on the preview. And it got that bad that I switched to control. I put a controller in. I was like, "Fuck it! I'm playing on PC. I'm playing against other people on mouse and keyboard. I've got more of a chance
With the controller.
As soon as I started playing with controller, I didn't win, but I started playing so much better.
Right.
Although I was playing against people who were playing mouse and keyboard, it's just the way I play. And I think the similar comes there because you were brought up on mouse and keyboard, wasn't you?
Well, yeah, because we didn't.
Controllers run around.
Controllers were around. It's an interesting one. It depends how you
Like
see.
the little arcade stick.
My parents wouldn't let me have a gaming console.
Okay.
So we always had
I see.
PCs so that we had to learn how to
That's
program
quite-
and do bits like
That's
that.
quite a common thing from that
era.
early 80s, isn't
Yeah.
it? That's quite a common thing for parents, as far as I know.
And so I wasn't really allowed a console, which is part of the reason why now I collect them all. Because it's like, fuck you, Dad. Fuck you, I got them all now. So, yeah, I was more used to a mouse and keyboard, especially in FPS games. Because if you're playing Doom, you're playing Quake,
And RTS,
everything like that.
I'm guessing you played things like Age of Empire, Red Alert.
What for me,
Command
my
and
big
Conquer.
one I played a lot of was Command and Conquer, Red Alert, and
I played that.
Warcraft.
But I played it on PlayStation.
Yeah, see, it's bollocks on PlayStation.
It is, but I didn't have a PC.
Yeah.
I didn't.
But that's
we had a
not-
PC, but our PC was downstairs in the
I
front
kind
room.
of get what you mean,
for-
but that's
for Word.
not the issue I have with the game.
Yeah.
So some of the aspects that they're using the controller for don't make sense in an RTS thing. Because when you're in a battle, let's say there are 2 monsters you've got to fight.
Yeah.
Now, the only way to move your characters, either by sending them... And you can have 100 guardians on screen, so it's important. Guardians.
Towards end game, yeah.
Yeah, but still, at the start, you're dealing with nearly 30, 40 guardians.
yeah. Yeah.
And you can send them individually to them by hammering X really quickly to
Which
send
is
them.
how I play the game.
Which is slow. It means you're actually wasting seconds. In an RTS, every second counts.
What I will say is-
you watch any hardcore,
Yeah, I know,
every
definitely.
millisecond counts.
What I
and
will
this
say
game
is,
wastes it. It's
on
like
that-
spooging it on the wall.
So the strat that I took by doing what you just said, smashing X, what I learned was it was pinnacle to make sure you got the right order to what order you sent the guardians to the people. If you sent your keepers to guys that kind of farm anima first...
Why are you doing that?
Well, because if you didn't look where it was on and you just smashed X and you sent them, you'd lost the fight because they all got killed.
Oh, but then again, that's like in proper RTS. If you do something stupid, you deserve to die, and I'm fine with that. You do stupid things in games, you deserve to die. That's good gaming. My problem with it is you are wasting seconds having to send a group to the left and a group to the right and then transfer to your next squad to move them to the left and individually. You know, you are wasting serious amounts of time.
But
and because the game is based on bosses doing actions in a timed scenario, so they will do rage actions, they will have special events that are timed. If you're wasting it having to send individual ones, it's bollocks.
What did you think to do? So basically these mini bosses and bosses have what's called a rage mechanic, where they have like a fuse going down underneath their health. If the fuse goes down before their health's down, then it starts slowly, but it's kind of bolts of lightning come from the sky, and it builds up to, after about 2 minutes, the whole screen's covered them and you're dead. So I
actually found a cheat in that, and I'll show you. It's on my video. I'll show you.
I only got to it once where they covered the whole screen.
Well, I ran out of anima. And so I had to find a way of cheesing it.
Yeah,
so I cheesed the section.
One issue is, but then when you get the keepers...
Oh, even with the keepers, if they get destroyed and you don't have enough anima to get... There's a lot of bits in the game that, as I was playing... I mean, it glitched. My character... Didn't happen to you, but 5 times in the game, my character glitched through the floor. So I'd get knocked up in the air, and instead of landing there and taking damage and being able to get up, I fell through the floor and died.
We do need to step... We are obviously playing pre-release game. And there could be a patch, but we have to see. Yeah, it's bizarre that I didn't have a single performance issue, and I liked the way it. So I felt, for me, and you said that didn't completely agree with this, that I felt like it took the everyday, because so many games you play now are isometric, kind of top-down action, Zelda-esque kind of adventure games that don't really offer anything new. And I actually applaud Tech Pass for trying something new. And this is not an RTS game. I don't like the fact they use the RTS term in it, because when you first play it on the preview, I referred to it as RTS because I didn't have enough hands-on with the game. When I got hands-on with the game, I was like, RTS is a very loose term for it, because it's you can build it around there not being an RTS game. It kind of... Yeah, but I liked the way it felt for me. Like the pacing was very good, and so I've actually finished the game. I thought the pacing was very good, and I when I finished the level, which was about an hour long, some of them, I was like, okay, I want to play the next one out. I want to play the next one out. I want to play the next one out. So I was encouraged to play on.
I never got that sense of achievement when defeating a boss.
Did you not?
When I defeated a boss, I was like, I just did this really generic set of actions to destroy it, and that was my thing with the game. The game is solid. It's a solid game. I've fallen through the floor, but as Lewis has said, these are pre-builds and it could be changed. It's a very simple thing. But at no point was I like, that was great. I've really done something. No, you could just generically send in your basics, have your archers hide in a bush, have these people there, and then just make sure you're moving them left to right. And it was just... I've played this before, and you were saying that it was something new. This is a PS2 game. So I can't remember what the game is, and I'm still trying to find that out. But I've played this game in the same way before.
One thing I will say here, and this is from both of our perspectives, we're in the privileged position where we play a lot of games.
Yeah.
Let's think about the everyday person who's going to pick up this game. Do you think they're going to have these issues? Because some people are never going to have played an RTS game. Some are going to have played a few adventure games.
I personally think that they'll find it an alright game. But that is the most. They're not going to come away going, oh my shit, that has just changed my mindset. I'm really interested to... Oh my god, you can move these people. Because we've done it before in so many games. Yeah. Maybe not exactly like this, but so many games have done the same thing.
The only game I can think of that is as close to this is Brutal Legend.
Brutal Legend did the same sort of thing.
But Brutal Legend was a bit unbalanced.
Brutal Legend, you didn't need to send your minions to do anything. You just rocked out and was like, and I've won. Whereas this, you do need to use your minions.
Yeah.
And the RPG section of it is really quite nice because you do at the end of levels reset how you want to face what's about to happen. And I like that.
I like the puzzles. I think the puzzles are... The way they were like... do this.
But you've done them before.
Yeah, you have done them before.
You've done them before, and yeah, they're nice to have in there.
But
I've done them before.
I had them before,
the
but
hidden
they felt,
bits,
for me,
quite obvious.
They felt fresh, just by having minions to do them. I know that sounds stupid, but commanding someone else to go and do something
if you've
rather
not
than
played,
me doing it, I'm like, oh,
if you've not played a lot of games where you're used to commanding people, then yeah, it's going to be.
In my review, I used the term demigod because I felt like towards the end, Otto, the guy you're playing as, was a demigod because they're just going like,
well, he would do because your guardians are pretty pathetic.
You go there. So I was like, yeah, I felt, and I maxed out my archers. And then made sure when I spread them, when I pressed X, I was like a second.
Hammered X, not pressed, hammered.
Well, I was a second between because the max skill on that is if they don't touch anyone else, they do like an extra 50% damage.
Yeah,
So I spread them out, and then I would go like commanders, hold down battle cry, and I'm like,
yeah. There are some nice little tactical bits in there that could have been seriously improved with a decent control scheme.
So where I'm sat at. It's different to you. I'm saying Masters of Anima, and I can't give a score for it yet because when it's coming out. But my review will be out pretty much straight after the podcast goes up anyway. I'm saying sits between good and very good for me. It's not very good, but it's just above good for me.
I know I've sounded harsh in this, but that's just to give a balance with Lewis. But mine is just above average. It's not a good game. It's not a game I would be like, this is a really good game, you should go and get it. But it's above average.
Not that I care. But I'll be interested to see what other people think, what other publications think to this, because it's a game that I'm like, I don't
IGN
care.
will be an 8 out of 10.
I don't think they'll review it. I don't think they'll review it.
Yeah, but if they were, it'd be an 8 out of 10.
I'll be interested to see where it's at. But that's other than Fortnite.
Other than Fortnite, that is what I've played.
Right, you choose.
Plus some board games.
Cool. Do you want to plug them quickly?
Blood Rage, Rising Sun. These are the miniatures, mate. Oh, some of them are big, some of them are small. Details are like, sexual.
Yeah, I want to play Rising Sun with you at some point. You
should play Blood Rage. I was going to say after this, we should go and play Blood Rage, but I don't know if Corin's up for it. She was in a mood.
Oh, was she? Oh.
Well, I'm not the best husband.
Should we just go to the pub and get drunk?
Let's do that. Yes!
Let's go watch live music. Let's go past.
Is there a deal tonight? Should we go out for a drink tonight?
There's always live music on.
Should we go out for a drink tonight? You up for a drink?
I'll have to ask Sarah.
I'm
saying this on camera now. I don't have to ask Sarah. Fucking, I'll do what I want.
No, do it on camera. I am quite happily to announce I'm under the thumb. My wife is ginger. Don't fuck with gingers.
Okay. Lessons. What do you want me to talk about next? Do you want me to talk about Super Daryl Deluxe or Minute?
Oh.
Because the other two I've played. Minute.
Talk about Super Daryl.
Super Daryl Deluxe.
Deluxe, sorry.
Super Daryl Deluxe is a game. So I said this to you beforehand. Yeah. This is very bad of me, but I'm going to be completely honest. I like to think that we're honest on this podcast.
I like to.
I was very prejudiced going into this game because we are swamped under with EGX Red stuff at the moment. Yeah. We're getting this game's coming out, this press release. Can you come and see us at this appointment? Can you come and see this appointment? This appointment? Then we're going, do you want to review this? Do you want to review this? And email after email after email, which I know people are going like, you get to play games free. I know we're in a privileged position, but still understand this is not a full-time job. This is, we work all day and then do this afterwards. So Super Daryl Deluxe code come through, and I looked at the trailer quickly, and first glance at the trailer, I was like, okay, yeah, it looks cool, kind of a 2D platforming action game. All right, I'll check it out when I can. Masters of Anima is a game that was on my radar for a little while, so that was priority. Got that done late last night. Got Extinction to play, which we need to get done before Tuesday. But I was like, okay, the way the games are releasing, Super Daryl Deluxe is first. I'll jump onto that now. The first half an hour, I didn't enjoy the game. And I still don't know whether that's because I went into it thinking, I've got to get this game done.
Yeah.
Or if it was just like... Actually, no, sorry. The first half an hour, I really liked. Because the first half an hour, it throws you in.
Oh, yeah, it was the next couple of hours after that.
So the first half an hour, you go in, and you're basically playing as this... Well, the first half an hour, you're a detective. And there's going to be a video up, probably by the time this is up, it will be up live, the first 20 minutes. And you're this detective, and you're really powerful. And the combat, I was button mashing because I didn't know what was going on. It doesn't tell you what to do, it just says, do this. And you're like, oh, fucking hell. And I'm smashing buttons, and people are flying over the screen, and there's amazing animations coming out. And I'm like, okay, this looks amazing. I feel power. This is brilliant. Cool. What the fuck is the game?
Yeah.
Like, that's what it was. And then it just kind of goes... Now we're going to actually start the game.
The classic you start off as super powered,
Yeah.
and then it takes you back to the beginning.
I don't want to say why, because I don't want to go into any spoilers, even though it is only half hour, 20 minutes. But I don't want to say why.
Yeah.
But anyway, you go back to what you're like being a nobody, basically. Your first day at school. It's literally your first day at school. And it turns out the game is D&D. But it's dwarfs and druids, not Dungeons and Dragons.
No, Wizards of the
there's
Coast.
a quest
you can't sue us
master.
here.
There's like someone who talks about your costumes, someone talks about your stats and all this stuff. But it is, and I said this to you earlier, and bear with me when I say this. To give an understanding, the trailer we're playing now, to give an understanding of what the game is, it's Napoleon Dynamite with its comedy meets Bill and Ted in terms of you're travelling through different classrooms that take you to different periods of time and different kind of psychedelic trip kind of places.
Yeah.
Meets Stranger Things, because there's a sub-dimensional thing going on as well with portals to other worlds. Which is bonkers. And it is absolutely bonkers. I'm now just over 4 hours in, and I still don't really know what the game's about. You're collecting books. Basically, these two kind of goons at school want to get all the textbooks from school and then sell them back to people.
Okay.
So they want to nick all the textbooks and sell them back as a job, as to make money. But when you get the books, you can do one of three things with the book. You can hand it to them to get social points.
Right.
You can trade it in for skill points to upgrade your skills.
Okay.
Or you can use it to unlock new abilities.
Okay, thematically that doesn't make as lot of sense as the first bit does, but okay.
Okay. So it's very bizarre. I still don't know why you're doing textbooks. There's a cutscene at the very beginning which I'm sure will be referred back to, but I'm like 4 hours in and I'm like, what the fuck was that cutscene about at the beginning?
Right, okay.
Like, I have no idea what that's about. So it is a genuinely bonkers game. But, and it's the big but, it is what I think a brilliantly bonkers game. And that comes down to the combat, which I honestly think is possibly the best combat I've played in a 2D platformer.
See, that is the bit that really intrigues me, because I know you really like hardcore combat. You like the frame rates, you like real proper precision.
Because the way the combat works, now I will say, I'm playing on Switch and it's fucking confusing because the prompts at the beginning, they're like X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, pressing what? I'm like, oh, I'm not fucking playing Xbox, that's not Y. So at the beginning, I'm like, but now I've got the map, like kind of the map down. I'm like, okay, cool, now I know the mapping works. So you have 4 abilities.
Yep.
You can map any ability to any button.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so whatever combination you want. Your attacks are the front L button, whatever it is on Switch. I think it's just L, and then I can't
L, Z, and R,
it's
Z,
like,
and L
so
and
the
R,
top,
isn't
the
there?
top 3 buttons. Your X on PlayStation is jump.
Yeah.
But the other 3, your square, triangle, and circle, if it was on PlayStation, are your attack buttons. I can't
I'm
remember.
fucking confused now.
They're like X, Y, and Z, I think, on PlayStation.
It's A, B, X, Y. Or is that PlayStation?
No, there's a Z there somewhere, but ignore it.
No, Z's in the tops. So you've got
they're
L, Z, and R, Z.
Anyway. So, the reason the combat is so good
Yeah, go on.
is you can equip abilities that have a damage percentage. So the lowest they have is like 30%, and the maximum is 90%. And that's not 90% of that person's health. That is 90% of your maximum. 90% of your attack points will be used on that attack. But then they will have longer cooldowns. So what you can do is you can build up these combos. So I can go. So I have my L is my main attack. So that is like a 0.5 second cooldown. So I can pretty much hit that and anyone else, and then go combo straight back into that. So I can do a simple 3-hit combo.
Yep.
But I've now built it because I've got far enough where I've got effectively a 5-hit combo, because one of them does 2 hits. But because the 2 hit takes a bit of time, so
you can jump back.
It basically throws a boom. So I punch to make it simple.
Yeah.
I punch. I then throw something on the floor that pops them into the air.
Okay.
Now I know that takes a second while they're in the air, so I know then that's cooling down. Punch again.
Yeah.
And then I can hit this one that sweeps them up. I can jump up, and then I can throw something. And because it hit there, as it comes back, it means my second one's cooled down again. And then
so you can hit that again.
So it's got that complexity of a fighter.
Yeah.
What's even better, they look fucking amazing. Like the attacks are... So the freeze attack, he takes his glasses off. He like looks down and it's goes ding, like freezes them still. So there's all and they all look incredible. They look like
The animations
artwork
are lovely. They are.
There's one
lovely.
I keep seeing on a trailer where they like surfs across.
Yes.
And I really want to get this. Like sharks come out. It is the platforming is basic. It's not really a platformer. It's more of an adventure. It's actually more of a point and click adventure game.
Right. My only worry about from what I've seen, and you, because I haven't played this, obviously I've done
a real shit job of explaining it, but it's because I don't really know what's going on.
Is it Metroidvania?
Yes and no.
Oh, go on.
So it's very much a case of it's point and click more than Metroidvania.
Okay, I fucking love point and click.
So point and click in terms of you take on quests.
Yep.
Like D&D or like any RPG would do.
Yep.
It's fucking hard to explain. It's RPG meets point and click in terms of your quests are find this item, take it here, and do things.
Is it always a fetch quest?
No.
Okay, that's all right.
So you have your simple ones that like this person. So I found this guy who these monsters had destroyed his life work of clay models. So I had to go and destroy these clay creatures to get the clay back and take it to him.
See, I'm just going to love
like
the fucking story.
It's
I
bonkers.
can tell,
like,
it's just this crazy shit that will...
So my concern is I don't think the game's going to end. As in, I don't... It will end, as in there will be a... Well done, you've done the narrative, but keep playing.
Okay, so it's just...
Because I still don't... I'm 4 hours in, and I don't really know what the story is. There isn't really a story.
Okay.
But I'm like, right now, I'm like, I want to play more of it. Because I'm like, 4 books gets this skill. And I don't know what the skill's called. It's got some cool name to it. And I want to put it in. And I want to see what it looks like. And
so
then,
it's got a nice gaming loop.
And then I can
really
level it
pull
up.
you in.
And the animation looks amazing. The soundtrack's fucking awesome. It's
yes. Yeah, I've got to say, I had
soundtrack.
that stuck in my head after
So
hearing
all
the
the
thing.
soundtrack mentions Daryl or Super Daryl, but you go into some like... You go into this old science place where it takes you back to like 80s kind of vector grid science setting.
Yeah,
and it goes like really kind of 80s-y music and it's like, Daryl. You're like, what the fuck is going on here? And you go to some other place where it's in like art and that and it's all like piano music and it's a very cool game. It's a very stylish game. I think this is going to score high with me. I think I have one issue with it at the moment. And it keeps coming back. And it's just how fucking predictably crass the game is.
Yeah.
So I said to you, the humour's very kind of, not crude, crass. Where it's just doesn't take itself seriously, but it knows it. It's stupid. It's not crude because it's not really rude.
Yeah.
And
it becomes predictable quite quickly.
Well, yes, it does.
Now, is that because we've been brought up on that type of thing?
I was thinking about this.
So like we were talking about with Masters of Anima.
Yeah.
For people who aren't used to that, do you think that's going to be something they'll find amusing as they go on?
I will say,
going to be
there is quite a lot of reading. You don't have to read it, obviously, but when you read something, there's good 3 sentences long to reading. Because you're effectively playing a D&D campaign.
Right.
So everyone you meet, a side character, is a side character. There's a reason they are in the game.
Yeah.
You might not know it straight away, but there's a reason they're there. So that's why there's a lot of reading. I fucking love it. I'm like, reading, fucking get me in. Like, yeah. Where's my emails?
Reading,
where's my emails?
Get me
like,
in. That's going to be the next reading campaign to get kids reading. Hey kids, you should read. Reading, fucking get me in, said by Lewis.
But so I was thinking about this because this is the only thing that's stopping me from like completely gushing over the game. Napoleon Dynamite is one of my favourite films. I genuinely love that film.
Okay.
I know a lot of people don't like that film.
I enjoyed it, but it's not in my...
I really enjoyed it, but it's very predictable. And it's very obvious.
Yeah.
But I'm now moaning at a game for being...
predictable and obvious.
Yes,
like
that's what
Napoleon Dynamite.
I'm like, but I like Napoleon Dynamite because it leans into... It goes... It's... You've seen Tropic Thunder. No one goes full retard.
Yeah.
Napoleon Dynamite done that. And it was better for it, for me. It went fully, this is what we are. People hate that film. I know a lot of people... Sarah cannot watch more than 10 minutes of that film.
Really?
Yeah, because she's like, are they being serious? Is it joking? I don't get it.
Oh, okay. So that's purely an understanding thing. Okay.
So that's my... I don't know.
You don't know.
Keep posted, because this will be up actually before the Master of Anima review.
Shit, that gives you no time to get that done because that comes out
Extinction.
Fucking hell, mate.
Yes. Keep posted for Super Darrow Deluxe. It's coming to Switch and PS4 and PC on the 10th. My review will be up beforehand because I will get it done. I'm going to play some more tonight. I'm going to get it done. Not tonight. I'll get it done this weekend. But I'm so mixed on it. And I'll quickly fly on to Minute because I know we're going on for quite a while now.
Yeah, okay.
So Minute. I streamed Minute. Minute is a very... I don't know what art style you'd call it. It's very much like Undertale. It's black and white, 8-bit graphics, where you're literally playing as this creature, and that's it. It doesn't. Oh yeah. You don't know anything about the game. You start the game.
Yeah.
You find the sword, and then there's a timer, and that's all you're told. I know more about the game because of press releases. So what happened, or what the game's about is, there's a curse on the land you're playing through, or on the world you're playing in.
Yeah.
That basically means every day lasts 60 seconds.
Yep.
So at the end of 60 seconds, the game kind of resets. Now it's, for lack of a better term, a roguelite. Because if you find the sword and then you die because the day's ended, you keep that sword. If you find an item, you die, you keep that item.
As long as you last the full 60 seconds.
Yeah. If you unlock a passage, you die, the passage stays unlocked.
Yeah.
You speak to someone, all that's fine. And what happens is, so you start off in this little hut, and then as you go through, you find other places like houses, and then that's your new checkpoint. So when it starts the day, you start there, and then you go through, and it's all around this kind of corporate factory is doing something in your town that you need to kind of solve. It is a strict puzzle game, is what I would say it is. I didn't realise that. It's a very much a puzzle game.
I was expecting full fighter.
No, so the combat is very minimal. Very minimal.
Right.
It is a full puzzle, and as I said to you earlier, and I said to your brother, I think this might be one of the best designed games I've played, because the puzzles, like, you're like, oh my god, like I was on stream, and I was getting so angry, I was like, why? What do I do? Because you only have 60 seconds. So, as soon as you start a day, you're like, oh, where do I go? And you're trying to do this, and I was trying to do this puzzle for ages, and then I end up going, fucking hell, I'm going to go back to my house. And then I was like, oh, I found a new pathway. And it's very much a Metroidvania in terms of for lack of a better term.
Two words I don't like hearing in games at the moment. Roguelike and Metroidvania.
Best comparison I can give it is OG Zelda. In terms of, you can't necessarily go down this path yet because you need this item.
Open up those bits, yeah.
How do I get that item? I don't know. I talk to this person here, I do this, now I've got this item here. I've just been into a house where I kept running down the levels, and I come out and there's a ghost that says they're going to give me clues. Fucking dickhead ghost, it's not clues, they give me the most cryptic clues ever. It's like, if you wait around long enough, just be patient and help will come. So you wait, you fucking die, and the 6 days, you're like, what the fuck does it mean? To help
Leave
me
it
out.
Leave it a few days.
Possibly, but it's frustrating because it's hard. But everything works perfectly. And then when you get it, it's your fault. Like the game, it was so obvious, but you're looking the wrong way.
Okay, that's the type of game I'm going to hate myself after playing.
I said to your brother the other night, I don't know if Dan will like this, because I can imagine you getting very frustrated with it. I was getting seriously frustrated with it. Your brother really wants to try it.
See, I get frustrated by games when it's an issue with it. If it's my fault, I get frustrated with me, not the game.
Whoa, I'm so useless!
Yeah, exactly, that's it. It's like, oh, I have fucked up again. Why do I continue playing these games?
But no, it's very good. It's very good. It's not for everyone. So my stream was 2 hours long. I reckon I found out the end now. I just don't know how to get to the end.
Is that through playing or through press
playing.
releases? Oh, okay.
Through playing. So no, as in I found everything's pointing at me. I've only got 2 items left I need to get. As far as I know, there's 2 areas I can't get yet because it's 2 items I need to get.
Right.
But there seems like there's a lot similar to Undertale. Lots of kind of hidden things. If you do that, it's going to be lots of like more lore into it. But the dialogue is fucking minimal. Like you see some guy in the
Well, you've only got 60 seconds.
in the water.
You can't have time to just have a chat.
And he's like, do you want me in the water? It's really warm. You're like, you're fucking helpful, dickhead. I'm going to go this way now.
You didn't join him in the water. He's asking you to join him.
But I can't believe this isn't coming to. It might be coming to the Switch later, but I can't believe at the moment it's not on the Switch. PlayStation, Xbox, and PC.
Okay.
It needs to come to the Switch.
I thought that would be a Switch.
Yeah, it's. I don't know what the price of it is. If it's under a tenner, I'm saying get Minute. It's fun and it's hard. It's not for everyone, but it's fun. And it's like, don't be the kind of person that goes, oh, look at the graphic. It actually suits it really well for what the game is. It is very much we're stripping back every bit of detail to bring you this hardcore puzzle game that is fucking hard.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it. It is that it brings that sense of achievement like classic LucasArts games. When you get the puzzle, you're like, oh, thank God, finally.
Fucking Terry Pratchett's Discworld.
Oh,
I love that game.
But wasn't that like, there was puzzles in that were just...
Made no sense. Yeah. Absolutely no fucking sense at all. But when you got it, oh my God.
But did you get it, or did you just pick up every item and try to use every item?
I picked up every item and tried to use it until it worked. And then next day at school, I went, yeah, I figured that out. Fuck you, boys. I know this shit.
That will never, like, same as that Indiana Jones one. I'm like, that would never work. Oh,
it did, yeah.
Oh, I don't know why it worked, but it worked.
I'm going to put the gnome in the bucket and introduce it to the dragon. Why?
On that Indiana Jones one, there's a puzzle at the end. Someone out there will know what I mean here. There's like a circle puzzle and there's 6 circles.
Right.
And like the first one has like 3 symbols, when it's like 6 symbols and it builds up. And you have to match the sequence, basically.
Okay.
And I didn't know what the sequence was, and I got to the end. So I spent about 4 days every night going through every combination available. And it's about 8 hours, I reckon.
Oh my God.
It. God knows how many combinations there could have been. And it finally worked. And I was like, I worked it out! It's like, I'm so good! Look at that. Like, there was probably somewhere something just showing me the symbols, but I was I couldn't find it anywhere. I was like, I'm working this out.
I've got to say, that is something that a lot of people who play games now really miss out on. It's like sort of when we play Fortnite, they say, oh, you've got to find the map to this place. Yeah. We're like, fuck that, online, where is it done?
I do that because it's Fortnite and it's...
Well, yeah, who cares? But
that's what I was, a minute, loads, bang. You don't know why you're there. You
nice
don't, there's
quick all the way
there's nothing. There's not a single... Go do
Super
this.
Meat Boy.
Go do that. It's literally, you load, you're in a house. It's black and white figure in a house. You walk out, you pick a sword up, and then it goes, you got a sword! And then you go off, and then that's it, time starts. You don't even know why there's a timer. I only know that because I read press releases. So, that's minute. I'm saying, definitely worth your money. If it's under a tenner. If it's over a tenner...
How much over a tenner would you be willing to go?
Well, I don't know how long it is going to be yet. I reckon...
Yeah, but from what you've done so far...
I mean,
if I said 15 quid to you...
No.
Ooh, okay.
$10.99 is what I'd go to.
So literally just over the tenner.
$10.99 is what I'd say. I've got a feeling, a sneaky suspicion it's $7.99.
That would make sense for a lot of the indie games you see on.
I've got a suspicion that when I read the press release, I'm sure it said $7.99. But
I've got to say, that's why you should play indie games. Fuck, they're cheap and they're good.
£8.
Unless they're coming out at 40 quid, and then you've got to be like, what?
Yeah.
What you been smoking?
Should we go on to news?
Yeah!
Right, news. Quite a lot this week. You say I can. Chasm. I always say Shazam. I can't. Shazam.
No, that's a Marvel character, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah. Chasm. Chasm is a game that has been in the works for fucking ages.
It's like that Guns N' Roses album. Everyone Chinese Democracy.
Yes, it's been. I mean, the website's been running for 2 years, and when I first started, I was getting press releases for Chasm. Finally, Chasm's coming this year, but we don't know when.
No.
Well, we do kind of. We know it's coming in summer. Summer this year. That's all we know. What else do we know about Chasm? Not a lot, apart from it's Infinite Metroidvania. And the trailer that we do have seen is going to be up there now.
We do have seen.
Because this is an English podcast.
And we do have seen things.
Yeah, we do have seen many things. But yes, it's what I do like about this actually is it's PS Vita and PS4 cross-buy. So you bought it on PS4, you can play it on PS Vita.
Nice.
My slight issue with that is, and I know it's in the game, if you see the trailer or if you watch the trailer now, you'll know that it's not the most visually groundbreaking, pressing game ever. But is that holding your game back by making it possible to run on the Vita? Is that holding a game back? You don't think?
No.
I suppose Stardew Valley can run on the Vita, and that is the best game to ever. I will move on. Also this week, and again, I'm going to say this for disclosure because I have to say it. Utomic provide us with keys, so we get free games to play on there, but we do not get financial reward with them. But
that's not saying we wouldn't like financial reward from anyone.
But we do say this. Well, the reason I cover Utomic a lot is because they just keep bringing fucking amazing indie games for a really good price. Every month they bring new indie games to their platform, and if you don't know what Utomic is, quick summary, it is a $5.99 a month streaming service on PC where you pay $5.99 and you got, I think it's up to just over 730 games now that you can play. There's a lot of kind of PS3 era AAAs on there and 360 AAAs on there, but there are very modern and current indie games on there. Most notably, a game that I've been meaning to play for ages, but I've always held back because it's normally £30 on PlayStation, is Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun, which is their ninja RTS game, really. Well, not RTS. I suppose it is RTS. XCOM. Yeah, so it's a ninja XCOM game, which I'm really looking forward to playing. They've also got coming Jalopy, which I've only played a tiny bit. Jalopy. No
which is the name for a broken down old car.
Yeah, which is apparently really good. It's like a survival. I played it.
We played this ages ago.
Rezzed 2 years ago.
Yeah,
when I played
you played it at Rezzed, and then I think it was EGX as well.
Sorry, not Rezzed. I played it at EGX.
Yeah, that's
2 years ago. Yeah, and it's effectively a survival game where you've got to make it from one side of the country to the other in a battered car.
And your fuel gauge is everything you live by.
Yeah. Fuel gauge, but then your fuel gauge breaks sometimes. Yes. So you're like, I got a full tank, I'm breaking down. Like,
it's everyone's first car.
Yeah.
It's that first piece of shit you buy from a mate who's like, it still runs. And then you get in there and you're like, yeah, literally by bubble gum and sellotape. How the shit is this still going?
But it's, it's not a substantial game, but it's definitely a couple of hours of fun.
Yeah.
Also got The Flame and the Flood, which I really like. I finished it on Switch beginning of the year. And Chroma Squad, which is literally the best Power Rangers game that isn't Power Rangers. I'm not kidding. It's literally Power. How they didn't get copyright for this not being Power Rangers, I don't fucking know. It is a side-scrolling, beat-em-up Power Rangers game that isn't Power Rangers. Play it now. Go. Well, play it in April, won't it?
April.
It's April now. Go fucking play
it.
Yeah.
How did we not know it was April?
I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, so Utomic, they're the 5 games coming this month in April.
I just want to add, you may have noticed at the start of that I sounded quite depressed, but that's because I have a Mac and Utomic doesn't work on Mac. So Lewis gets in touch with me all the time and goes, hey Dan, guess what's coming on this? And I'm like, yeah, great. Cheers.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers for telling me.
Also, we got the news that Dark Devotion will be coming to PC and console this year. Now, if you don't know what Dark Devotion is, the reason I want to mention this is we recommended the game. It was a Kickstarter game, and we recommended it for backing.
When was that?
October last year.
Okay.
And it just crept over its goal, literally by like 250 quid. It just snuck over its goal. But as we all know, games that still get backed in Kickstarter still don't always make a full release. But it's a happy story. They've got a publisher now. Hiberian Workshop will be bringing a game. It's coming out hopefully towards the end of this year. I like the look of it. It's very similar to Slain, but not as...
Whereas it's not as fucking hard.
Whereas Slain is a hardcore 2D platformer.
Yeah.
This is more of a side-scrolling... I don't want to say it. I really don't want to say it.
Go on, say it.
Souls-like. 2D Souls-like. I don't want to say it because it's so derogatory to a game, but it's so easy to make it. It's an action RPG side-scrolling game where you don't have much platform in it. It's more a case of you're looking at outwitting an opponent in front of you. But it looks really good. The pixel art looks really nice in it. Dark Devotion. Sometime this year. So, yeah, congratulations to Hiberian Workshop for getting a publisher and bringing a game out to us. Second from last piece of news.
Oh, okay.
My Time in Portia. I love this game.
I know you do.
I've streamed it.
I think you've talked about it in the last 5 podcasts.
Something like that. I'm not that far in, actually. I'm about 12 hours in, which sounds like loads, but considering Stardew Valley, I'm about 100 hours in, and this is effectively another Stardew Valley. What I will say is, this is an early access Stardew Valley, so it hasn't got all the content there. But it's just got a fucking massive update, which I was hoping to get online for and check out before the podcast. But with, again, Masters of Anima and Super Darrow Deluxe and everything else going on, I haven't had time. But the update brings livestock to your... Because I will say it's not a farming sim. It is a kind of an adventure. It's an RPG adventure with crafting and farming. And you can choose to farm or not farm. It's your choice. But there is farming there. But anyway, it brings livestock. So you can now have livestock on your farm. You can now horse ride. You can get a horse and ride around on a horse, which is good because the running's quite slow in that game.
Yeah.
There's a museum coming up in Portia, which brings new story missions.
Wow.
And there's a whole new dungeon to go and loot.
Yay.
But I mean, as an early access, that's quite a substantial lot.
That is actually quite a lot for an early access game.
And I will reiterate, My Time in Portia is coming to the Switch later this year. It's coming to PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch later this year. All this content we're talking about now will be in full release.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will be streaming it again at some point, but I've got other games kind of set up for probably the whole of April. But I'll be hopefully streaming this May time. This will be a game that when there's nothing coming out and I haven't got anything new to stream,
you can sit on.
I'm going to go back and go play a look at My Time in Portia now.
I've got so many games that are sitting in my catalogue doing that at the moment.
And there's also a promise that there's a lot more. Apparently we haven't even seen half of the content coming to the game yet. Woo! Finally, Dan, this is going to make you very happy.
Oh, I know this one.
Very happy.
I know this one.
Divinity Original Sin 2 finally gets a console release month of August.
Yeah.
We don't know the date yet. Month of August.
I've been waiting for this.
Have you played the original?
I played Divinity Original Sin.
Okay.
Yes.
Those of you who haven't, I'm going to tell you now. I've got it on PC and I'm trying to play through it, but I'm struggling because I don't know. I've plugged a controller in on PC. If it was on PlayStation, I think I'll play it more basically.
Right.
So I looked on PlayStation today to see how much it is. It's 35 quid still.
Yeah.
But it is on PlayStation Now, which you get a 7-day pass for. So if you can complete the game
in 7 days,
80 hours in 7 days, go do it. Because I'm actually think I'm going to do that.
I would like to point out you don't need to have done that to play Divinity Original Sin 2.
They have said they are separate games.
You don't need that.
I'm one of those weird people that I can't, almost OCD-ish. I'm like, if I know there's a sequel coming, I have to play this.
But the Original Sin 2 has a Dungeon Master mode. So I can create an entire world with all these things and then guide my friends through it. And just the amount that this game has and the abilities and the concept.
The console version, because the concerns were that the console version wouldn't come with everything in the PC version. Because this is a taxing game. Like,
oh, God, yeah.
My PC can't run Divinity Original. It can run it, but not in good settings.
I was about to say, you can't run the first one.
No, the second one.
Oh, okay,
Number 2.
cool.
I can run it, but not in...
Sorry, I thought you meant...
This game looks stunning. You want it crisp. So there was concerns they weren't going to bring everything over. It's coming with local couch co-op. And it is coming with online 4-player co-op.
Yes. See, that's good enough, man. If you can run the campaign there and have it going.
Well, so... Leviathan Studios, I might try and get in touch with him and see if I get some keys.
Oh, let's get some keys.
Because
we could live stream that shit.
Because obviously it's the kind of game where there's so many side quests. So I can kind of trudge with the story. You can trudge through the story, similar to Diablo, and then we can just jump in and go, I'm going to join you now, mate. Let's go over here and do this quest. Let's go. Tom will probably be like, oh, I haven't got time to play it. Oh, I'm playing. That's you at the moment, actually.
He's been playing that a lot, hasn't he?
What he does is he plays. So I don't know how.
Is it just he leaves it on pause?
He leaves it in standby rest mode. But he leaves it while the game's running in rest mode. Fucking idiot.
Right. Okay.
So at the moment he's been playing Until Dawn for the last 4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So idiot. Absolute idiot. Really making the most of that PS Plus membership.
Yeah.
But no, that is the final bit of news. Divinity Original Sin 2 is coming to console
in August. It is. I'm properly excited by that.
Yeah, people should be excited by this game. If you, especially RPG fans,
yes.
This is strict RPG. This is Baldur's Gate RPG through and through. Like this is.
I think this is going to be the game that you'll play for ages. You'll get a group of friends together.
There's 100 hours apparently to do the campaign.
100 hours to do the campaign, but that doesn't include your own creations, and that's what I'm.
It's
really
going to be another
excited
Diablo.
for.
I can't remember how many hours I put into Diablo 3.
I played that. I played that with my family. So my mom, my dad, and both of my brothers.
But that's a joy of
Diablo.
You can just button bash.
Well, yeah.
You just well, fucking hell, I blew everyone up.
And that really helps my dad. My mom was nailing it from the start, but my dad needs a bit of button bashing to get himself going.
The only time I've ever played with my... I know playing my dad...
I said it out loud.
The only time I played a thing with my family was probably my granddad. And I used to set up Pez. The old Pez used to have a penalty shootout mode.
Yeah.
And I set that up, but he always smash it over. And I'm like, I was pressing up. And I was like, don't hold it down.
My mom
How long do I hold it down for?
Obsessed with Timesplitters 2. And literally any time we went round there, my mom was like, let's play Timesplitters. And you're
like,
yeah, okay, Mom.
There might be another Timesplitters coming.
We all hope, we all dream there will be, but yeah, no, my mom, Timesplitters, Crash Team Racing. They're the two games that she hardcore about.
I miss CTR. I missed the boat on CTR.
Oh, mate. My favourite. Better than Mario Kart.
See, it was confirmed. Spyro.
Yes, I've seen the trailers.
Confirmed.
Yes.
Trilogy.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a bit...
No, they're doing a lot. And have you
seen?
So it's nice. The same game.
It's the same, and it looks amazing.
Yeah.
That's me done.
I'm a happy man.
Christmas present there. Oh, so good. It just looks so good. Anyway, should we go on to our main topic?
Topic time.
Let's go on to our topic. The topic today didn't come from anyone in particular. It more come from my brother-in-law.
Yes.
Who I was speaking to. I mentioned him before on the podcast. He is your classic casual gamer. He buys FIFA. I'll point out he's very good at FIFA. But he buys FIFA every year, and he'll buy.
Better be if he's buying FIFA every year.
He'll buy some form of action adventure game, Skyrim. He brought the Kingdom Come Deliverance game.
Yeah.
And they normally get Call of Duty or something like that. And he's not. If I was to say to him, go play this game, I've never heard of it. But he recently brought a Switch because he does a lot of travelling for work. And he called me up and was like, mate, I've got a Switch. I was like, yeah, cool. He said, obviously, I know Zelda, I know Mario, I know all this. Like, he said, but like, I'm looking through the store, he said, like, and I just, what? He said, like, I've got nothing on it at the moment. He was like, oh, you've got Mario Odyssey with the Switch.
Okay,
he said, I've got
nice.
Mario Odyssey. He said, like, but I want something else. Like, but I don't know what I want. I don't really know what's good. And I was like, well, on the store, he said, yeah, but I can't really find anything. And so I was like, okay, so I kind of went on my Switch, and I see what it means. Like, it is you have to go through fucking tons of pages.
It's an awful store.
It's not a very good UI for the store at all. So I gave him a couple of list of games. I told him a couple that are coming out as well, because he likes kind of Diablo-y games as well.
Okay.
And Victor Ran Overkill Edition is coming to Switch soon.
Yeah,
so
no,
I said,
saw
mate,
that.
I said, wait for that. That comes out end of the summer. Like, you'll really enjoy that. But it got me thinking, actually, that there's probably some people out there who have got a Switch and they've got your Mario or your Zelda or probably everyone's got Mario Kart, because especially one as a family console.
Why wouldn't you have
Exactly.
Mario Kart?
But there's probably so many brilliant indie titles that are going under the radar. So I don't want to go banging on for ages and ages and ages about this, because we spoke about them so many already. I thought we'd do 3 each. So
okay,
we recommend 3 indie titles now, and that's just our topic. And then you'll mention one, and I'll go fuck off. But it's your choice. And you, obviously why you think that is a game for the Switch, why it should be played on the Switch. That's it. I don't know why I said I.
What did you just?
Aye,
we're going to make our move, and then I'm going to crack open a beer, because that's where we are. Cheers.
Cheers, my weird little mirror. I don't know what I said.
What the fuck was that last bit?
Do you want to go first, or shall I go first?
I'm going to go first.
Go for it.
Because there are 2 games. Can I say 2?
Well,
I'm going to say 2.
It's free.
We're going to say 5 games, right?
We're doing 5 games.
We're
doing 3 each.
I thought the idea was 5.
I know. Have 5 so we don't clash.
Oh, okay, wicked.
Cool.
Oh, well, I'll start
3
with
each.
1. And this is actually one I picked up recently, but I played a long time ago. And playing it again, I fucking love this game. And it's Cat Quest. Yeah, cross it off, boy. Cross it off.
Yep.
They've added new bits to it. There's a whole new
you
set
played
of
it on,
armor.
You played it on PC. So you
I played it on my Mac.
Brought it on Switch now.
Yeah. Because
Was it on sale?
I'd gone
Where's it
on
anyway?
my-
It's not expensive, is it?
No, it's like I paid £7 for it. I think actually it's in sale, and it was £6. But this game, I love this game. It's incredibly quick to do the missions.
Yeah.
So I wake up quite early, but I don't like to get out of bed because I'm a lazy shit and I like bed.
Unlike me.
You wake up and you're out of bed. I wake up, I stay in bed, but I pick up my Switch and I was like, I'll have a quick game of Cat Quest. 3 hours later, I was still playing it.
It just sucks you in.
Every mission is really quick, but you're enjoying it. And you're like, oh, dude, I'll just do the next one. I'll just do the next one.
I reckon I've got 15, 20 hours on that game.
I don't want to know how many hours I've already put into this game.
82, level 82, 83.
I
still jump on it every now and then.
96 on the Mac, and I'm level 52 on my Switch.
There was one dungeon that's 200.
Level 200, yeah.
Yeah. But no, it is... What I love about Cat Quest is the simplicity.
Yes.
It is everything you want from an RPG, because I use that lightly, because it is very basic RPG. The skill tree is basic. The combat is basic. The skill set is basic. But it's done perfectly.
Hey, nice.
But it is done so well that it is so simple that I could say to my 10-year-old nephew, there you go, here's an RPG.
Play this.
He can't play Dragon Age. He can't play Mass Effect. Well, he probably could actually. He's probably better than me. But as in, he plays Fortnite because at the end of the day, Fortnite's simple. You see someone, you shoot them. Like, you don't have a skill tree to level up. You don't have all this stuff to level up.
You don't have to understand how the magic works or how it affects someone else. Or
Mass Effect, you got like relationship consequences. You got social consequences. All that stuff. This gets rid of all that. I was not going to say crap because I like that in a game, but it gets rid of all that and it says this is an action RPG through the world. Go have fun, and it literally is that.
And it is fun from start to whenever the end is, because there is an end of the story.
Yeah.
But then again,
level 450, 40?
It depends how you do it.
I think I've done it about level 45, 50.
Because they've now got a New Game Plus and a special one where you get to select the modifiers, and one of the modifiers is that you can't use any weapons or armour. So you've got to do it just butt naked from the start. And oh my god, it's so much fun. It's so difficult. Even your basic level monsters, you're like, right, I've got to think about it. Is it really?
Yeah.
I am going to come over to the guys at Res and just shake their hands. I doubt the developers will be
there because they are from
Japan, aren't they?
Japan, I think, so I doubt they'll be there. But the P-Cube publishers will be there.
Yeah, but I love that game.
It was Gentle Bros,
and it was Gentle Bros who did it. And recently I picked it up on the Switch, and I've just been like, you know what? This is a game you have to have on the Switch because you can pick up and play as well. Yeah. If you've got 15 minutes, that's 3 quests easily. And you'll have gained stuff, and it's funny, and so definitely Cat Quest.
I'm going to get mine out there straight away because Dan's going to moan it like
fucking
a bitch.
Stardew Valley.
But I'm going to say Stardew Valley. And now I will say, take this with some... You got that.
It's on my list as well.
Take this with salt. This isn't a quiet taste. This isn't a game for everyone at all. But it is literally an endless game, and it is a game that is so well suited to the Switch because the way the save works in Stardew Valley is you play a day and at the end of the day it saves, and a day can take 5 minutes, a day can take an hour. Well, it can't take an hour, but it can take like 40 minutes because depending on your tired levels, but a day can take as long as you want, and it's perfect for when you sit down, you're in bed, you go, I'm going to play a day on Stardew Valley. Normally I end up doing like a week or whatever, but you do a day and then you're like, put it off, cool, it's saved now, put it on the side, and it is... Because it is a meaty old game. To really, again, there is a narrative. There's a story there, and you can finish the story probably about 30 hours. Will take you to finish the story and see the seasons. But then it goes more, and there's more to unlock, and there's multiplayer coming soon, and there's more. They're just adding a new area, or they're adding a new area with new content. So there's lots still coming to the game, and it's on sale all the time. I mean, there's a reason. If you go to charts. It's normally the most downloaded game. It's literally higher downloaded than Mario. It's either first or second every time. And when it's not first, Rocket League's first. When it is first, Rocket League second.
Yeah.
Like Mario, Zelda, they're not in the top downloaded games because people probably buy physical copies. But
well, not just that, they're really expensive. Whereas Stardew is cheap, and it just
it's the game
I
that
like
keeps
to
on
wind
giving.
Lewis up about this because
I know
it's fun. And I did get bored of Stardew Valley.
Yeah. But you have a fair point. It can get for most people, 10 hours it will get boring.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
but
For me,
it depends what cycle you enjoy in a game. If you enjoy growing the crops and doing the same thing every day and going through that lot, for me, I'm very aware of how little time I have on this planet. So playing a game that really is the same thing over and over again is not something I want to do.
To make you go buy a game. But this blows my mind every time that game was made by one person.
Oh, well, yeah.
Incredible.
No, and the depth in there is insane.
But, so I see Stardew Valley, and this is not me trying to be spiteful to the game at all, because I fucking love it, as a mobile game. In terms of mobile games, people who are into mobile games, they log on, they get their login bonuses, they do that daily, and they get off. I do that with Stardew Valley. Every now and then, I'll pick it up for a couple of weeks ago, I went for a phase where I picked it up when I went to bed. I played for a couple of days. I went to bed. I've done that. I won't play it now for a couple of months. It's not like Animal Crossing. People don't leave your town. No one dies. Yes. No one disappears. Yeah. They're still there when you go back. So
yeah,
it's. I mean, I've got it on PC. I've got it on PS4, and I've got it on Switch. Unfortunately, it doesn't carry over.
Otherwise, oh my god, can you imagine your farm by now?
I reckon I've got about 200 hours overall through all consoles. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
definitely
anyway,
well worth getting. Yes. I'm glad I have it.
$15.99 full price, but you can normally get it
on
sale.
Never full price.
No, you can always get it on sale.
Okay. Game of the year last year, Sexy Brewtown.
Now, yes, because did you see when it first released on Switch, it had all sorts of performance issues.
Yeah.
But it's been patched now. So any bad press you've seen on it,
ignore that because they have fixed.
It's been patched
a
now
lot of it.
And it's running fine. But yes,
yes. Oh my god, there's a reason it was Game of the Year. This is a brilliant game. It's clever. You will spend time in it. It's the type of game that sometimes you're going to get stuck, but because of the way the Switch works, you can return to it and go, right, I'm stuck on that. I'm going to put it to one side. I'm going to go off and do my day's job and my normal work, and then I'll pick it up when I get back, and then be like, oh my god. And you will think about it during that time. There'll be moments where you're like, hang on, if I go there instead, will that work? And there are those wonderful moments that you get in really good puzzle games where you're doing something else, like the washing up or something, and you're like, and you stop, and you go, oh, if I go to that clock, I can change.
Yeah.
And then there you go, you're done. Sexy Brutale is a brilliant game that was...
It's one of the best puzzle games I've ever played.
Yeah. It's a wonderful
It was
game.
our Indie Game of the Year last year.
Indie Game of the Year last year, and
us.
it's on the Switch, and it has been fixed.
Yeah.
Which is why it's on the list of indie games to get on the Switch.
I think it's $12.99.
I don't know the price.
I haven't played it on Switch. I've played it on PS4.
It just says purchased.
Yeah.
So I don't know prices anymore.
It's very good. It's very, very good.
Really like that game. What you got?
Shovel Knight.
Ah, yes. Okay. Scrap that one off mine.
Shovel Knight, because the joy of the Switch one is it comes with, well, they all do anyway now, but comes with the Spectre Knight. It comes with Shovel Knight, House of Cards, whatever it is.
It comes with all sorts now. It's just
Shovel Knight is, and I'm not. Dan knows this. Dan is the retro gamer. I'm not actually a big retro gaming fan. Because I got into gaming, as we spoke about it several times. PS1 era, Final Fantasy VII was the game that made me go, oh my god. And that is, okay, now you could argue it's slightly retro, but I wouldn't call it retro. I would call it like, it's old, but retro to me is NES, SNES, anything after SNES isn't retro, in my eyes.
Okay, that's not how it works. But
I know it's not, but that's what I mean.
Two generations.
Yeah, that in my eyes, that's what I see as retro.
PS3's previous generation, PS2 is retro.
See, I don't see it as retro. I see it as nostalgic.
What do you think retro gaming is?
But anyway, but no. So I'm not a big fan because I don't like... I actually like punishing games, as Dan knows. I like games that fucking...
Shit, you need to play Battletoads, my friend.
Push back and go, like... But so many retro games have just, like, they're... Because they rely so much on pixel artwork, and if the pixel art isn't pinpoint perfect, I'm like, no, because you're not giving me the tool. Reason I like Bloodborne so much is because it's a fucking brutal game, but when you die, it's your fault. Like,
so was it in the pixel perfect game. They
Yeah, no,
they
no,
managed to
no, that's
make
true.
it so that you had to
Yeah,
be
the
that
pixel- yeah,
accurate.
pixel
so is
perfect-
it that you don't like being that accurate?
no, I do, but like I said pixel perfect games, yes, but so many aren't pixel perfect.
Oh no, but they're usually
That's
done by
why-
shitty developers.
That's why I don't like retro gaming, because the ones that are pixel perfect, yeah, great, I'll play them. But so many, I'm like, I sit down and play, and I'm like when we went to that press start to join.
Yeah.
I was playing a game, and I don't get me wrong, it was on the fucking Atari, whatever it was, and I was like, well, I shot him and he didn't die. I'm fucking off now. See you later. I don't care if this is made in 1972. I'm fucking, this is shit. But like that's just the gamer I am. Like, if it's my, like you said earlier, if it's my fault for dying,
I'm happy with that.
Shovel
if it's
Knight
the games
is everything that you loved from the NES era, but made pinpoint, crisp, perfect modern day, and it is fucking just beautiful. The bosses are
Shovel Knight
brilliant.
is a retro game. It is the classic pixel perfect retro game. It's one of the best
And it's
examples
hard.
of it. It's like Aladdin. It's like all of these Aladdin.
Yes.
Aladdin is an incredibly
Lion
good
King.
game.
I love
Lion
Lion
King. You know these
The Stampede
Disney
section.
ones. Oh fuck that game. The amount of times I died during that.
I love the Stampede.
But that's what Shovel Knight does, and Shovel Knight brings back these pixel perfect, low poly, awesome games that was so good at talking about other games during it. The whole thing was about referencing other games.
Yeah.
And it's just
What I love is if you've got a kid and you've got a Switch, give them that and let them play it, because it's hard, it's challenging. And it is the case of when we were young and we were playing video games, it didn't, okay, unless you went and brought the magazine that come with the walkthrough.
or you phoned up Nintendo's hotline.
Yeah, called up and waited around for like half an hour. I done that once for Final Fantasy VII.
Did you
I
really?
was so stuck. And they're like, you need to speak to the person on the 7th floor next to the window. And I'm like, sweet cheers. And upstairs, like, he's fucking right. How did he know that? Oh my god.
Do you know you can still do that on the Nintendo lines? You can phone up about old Nintendo games.
Oh my god.
Don't do it. It's so expensive.
Yeah, I remember my mum got a bill for it. It was like 15 quid for that phone call. I was like, yeah, mum, I finished the game. Like, that was worth 15 quid.
They're happier to see you phoning up porn lines than they are phoning up Nintendo.
But no, Shovel Knight is, again, I will say, I'm not a massive fan of retro games, but Shovel Knight, and there's a whole new thing coming, which if you buy on Switch now, I think it's $15.99, and it's going to cost $7.99 for the next batch. But the next batch is a whole fucking game. Like, it's massive. There's so much content there. It is.
Shovel Knight is well worth it.
There's a reason it won a lot of publications. Game of the year, not indie game. Game of the year 4 years ago when it first released. It's fucking brilliant.
Okay,
Last one.
another one. Okay, last one to go on there. Yeah, last one to go on there. We'll do 3. That's good because we'll get like. Is Mantis Burn Racing, which
I didn't think you like this.
I didn't enjoy. Which is really weird to add onto a list of games, indie games you should get.
I'm going to see. You're going for the multiplayer aspect.
I'm going for multiplayer is really good fun as long as both of you have played it. The single player game, there is a lot of grind that goes into there, and that's kind of irritating.
They call it RPG, and it's just grind.
It's grind.
It's a nice way of fluffing up grind.
But having played some of the other racing games on there, and I wanted to give an example of all your different aspects on there that you can get on the Switch, especially indie games. Mantis Burn Racing is a quality
it now has the battle
racing
cars,
game.
which is basically micro.
Oh well, yeah, no, I had battle cars on there.
Yeah, but I mean, when I reviewed it,
It
back
didn't
on
have battle
PlayStation,
cars.
It didn't have battle cars.
So when I played it on the Switch, and I took it with me to travel, I don't fly very well. I'm not a happy flyer. So I took Mantis Burn Racing to keep me distracted. And it's really good. It's a really good indie game. It's a really good Switch game, especially considering the way the multiplayer works is you can sit across the table from each other to do it. So when you're on a train... Yeah, it splits it half and half. When you're on a train going somewhere, I sat there with my daughter.
That's a really clever
being
idea.
able to play the game across from each other. It's wonderful. And it works really well.
That's the only game I've seen do that, I think.
I can't think of one that split the screen that way.
It's really clever. Because I know there's games that are talking about doing with one Joy-Con and then having a screen here and playing like that as like a vertical shooter.
Yes.
Which I kind of get the idea of, but it's just really cumbersome to hold. But having a split screen, that's
it's really nice.
It's very clever.
And it is a really good racer.
And I've got a t-shirt.
When you're going...
Switch.
Yes, you did. You beat the kids. Well done.
Yes.
Who hadn't played it before, and you'd put hours into the game.
The guy's like, mate, that was second fast time I had all weekend. And I'm like, beginner's luck.
Yeah.
Reviewed it.
Don't tell him that I played the entire game.
I reviewed it, put about 12, 15 hours.
But it's also cheap on the Switch.
Is it?
Yeah. So it's well worth getting.
I do wish I played that on the Switch, because my biggest issue with it on PlayStation was...
Yeah, that's where you reviewed it,
it was the graphics. So the environments looked very detailed. Bland, but very detailed. And the cars were a little kind of juxtapositional in terms of they weren't that well rendered compared to
okay.
But on the Switch,
it doesn't really matter.
Especially handheld mode, who knows?
I haven't actually played it on the TV. I've only ever played it
The
handheld.
only reason I put my Switch into a dock today is to get game footage when I'm recording. I don't play that fucking thing on the TV, but I need to record game footage, so it's on the TV.
I stuck it in for Cat Quest.
Oh, really?
Because it was like, fuck yeah, I'm playing Cat Quest.
So I remember the only game I did was Zelda, because I remember playing it on the go. Because when I first got the Switch,
I do it for Mario Kart.
Sarah's like, "Oh, Mario Kart, yeah." I mean, you have to.
Especially
I can't even claim that I'm good anymore because I got fucking.
You got fucking hammered and press join to play.
Join. Press start. I always press start to join.
Press start to join. Yeah.
I always say play, and Tom always corrects me.
Yeah.
Right. Last one. So.
Oh, here we go. You've got a few to choose from. Well, no, you don't. You've got one.
No, I didn't put one on there because there was another one. Yeah. So I was going to be a dick.
Yeah.
And go, press privileges and recommend Super Daryl Deluxe, because I'm like,
okay, because you played it.
I played it, but I'm like, do you know what? I've not finished it yet, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to go down the same as you with the multiplayer route, and I'm going to say Overcooked, because
I'm going to have to say no.
Overcooked is so. I was in your boat until Christmas Day. So we played Overcooked together, we had fun together, I was a dick.
I'd like to point out, that's why I'm saying no. Because I played Overcooked with him. Don't ever play Overcooked with Lewis, because, oh my god, you will fucking hate that game. Anyone just stands there going, I'm throwing lettuce on the floor. More lettuce. We don't need lettuce. Where are the fucking tomatoes? Lettuce. Here's more lettuce.
I was very much stressing out Tom and Dan. And I'll be honest, like, I played it single player, and I was like, this is fucking alright.
Yeah, you don't want to play
I tried playing with Sarah. My wife's really not into video games, and she's like, well, I'm a bit bored of this now. And then I played with you guys, and I was just a dick then.
Yeah.
But Christmas Day, we had the whole family coming over. It was Christmas time. We had the whole family coming over, and I had Overcooked on Switch. And my father-in-law, actually, out of nowhere, who doesn't play video games, so have you got anything you can bring down, and we can like do something as a group? So we've done 2 games. We've done the Jackbox Party game, so you can use phones for that, which is amazing.
Yeah, that's nice.
I didn't know that. Put on, see, up to 8 players plug in, so we're playing like games, which is cool. But then I put on Overcooked. I was like, we give this a go, because I brought 2 extra Joy-Cons because I like the colourful Joy-Cons because I'm weird. So I had 4 Joy-Cons, and I was like, I'll put this game on. I was like, it's really simple. You move your person with this one, you chop with that one, and you pass that one. Like real easy to go. Took a little bit of teething issues to get used to it.
Yeah.
But mate, people were like stepping back and seeing people who like Sarah was going mad for it. My nephew is involved. My sister-in-law, who never played video games, was involved. My father-in-law Martin, he was involved. And they're going like, over here, no, over here. And I literally was like, video games are cool. This is why video games are cool. And so that's why I'm saying Overcooked. And now that is a very niche kind of moment, having 4 people playing all together in the household at the same time.
But that's how it should be played.
But Overcooked is, and I went down, I literally sat down and thought, okay, what multiplayer games are there other than Mario Kart? But really, because Mario Kart is a fan favourite. You get it out. What do? You hold that up to go and you steer with that.
You steer with that.
Sarah rubbish at steering, so I literally put on the motion for Sarah. And I put that she can't go off the edges.
So there you go.
That.
Done.
She can go that way and she just still doesn't go off the edge. Like, I'm like, how can you play like that?
It's just wrong.
You're not
it's just
my
fucking
wife.
Wrong.
You're not my wife. Annulment right now. I don't care if it's fucking been 2 years. We're lie. It's been a week. Didn't really do that. But no, that's why I'm saying Overcooked, because 1 player, boring. I'm not gonna lie. 2 players, it's okay. Tom had good fun with his wife, didn't he? With his wife, his fiance.
Oh, yeah, mate.
4 players and people who've not played games before, and people who aren't being dicks, me, then it's just fun to I like.
I think that's
giving
the
them
beauty
that and
of
stepping away and going like, because if I was playing it, I'd get annoyed because I'm like,
oh yeah, just give me the fucking Mantis. I've got to get it. Yeah,
because it's just like, how do you not know what button to press? There are two.
How can you get that wrong?
Sarah actually plays more games than I let on because anytime we're doing a multiplayer game for video footage, I always just say to her, look, there's a controller, just press buttons and I'll film. Just I need a minute. To put into my review, I need a minute of multiplayer footage. So we've done like a rhythm game, and she literally like, so you see X or 0 or square or triangle.
She's looking at it.
You're like this. Sarah had it on her lap like that. I'm like,
just looking down at the pad.
Why do you think there's two? Hold it like this. But I don't need this section. that was her answer. I don't need this section. Pointing to the D-pad.
Yeah, but
I'm like,
but you see the differences. At least Sarah will try. My wife won't. But I buy brand new. Grace does, which is the beauty of bringing up a child, as Moloch will know, is that you can actually influence them and force them to do things. It's called child labour, and I'm fine with that. She doesn't get paid.
Love it.
Huh?
Primark love it.
Primark are right there. At least I'm not getting those sequins that change whatever the fuck they do.
Can you do that?
What, Grace? Yeah. Have you not seen us? You want sequins? Oh shit!
I want the Indecredible logo on a t-shirt out of sequins.
And then one way you push it, it changes colour and down. Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
I'll pay her. What, child, like $2.50 an hour? £2.50 an hour.
Wow, you go to the top end. That's above Primark's money.
50p an hour, isn't it? But yeah, so that's it. That's 6 games. If you own a Switch, that we recommend you play. So So we had. I'm trying to remember yours now.
Let's go. Hang on. Let me find the
you
page.
started with
Cat Quest.
Cat Quest.
We've had Sexy Brutale. We've had Stardew Valley, Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
Overcooked and Mantis Burn Racing.
They're games that don't necessarily go and buy them, but at least go on the Nintendo Switch store, check them out, see what you think to them. If you go, actually, that looks quite cool, then give them a go. A lot of the indie games on there actually have demos. Mantis Burns definitely has a demo. I know that for a fact. Shovel Knight definitely has a demo.
Cat Quest doesn't, but it's worth the money.
Does it not? It does on the PlayStation.
No.
Cat Quest has a demo on the PlayStation.
No, just buy it.
Yeah. But yeah, and that's going to wrap us up.
That's the end of the podcast.
That's the end of the podcast.
Oh, mate.
That is the end.
So if people really want to support us, where should they go?
Wow. Funny you ask.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/Indecredible, because we're still going to be on that. You see this camera that we're pointing to right now?
That one.
Or this microphone? That's not going off. Let's carry on. But just like loot boxes and EA, we're putting it behind a paywall. $1 a month paywall. Yeah.
And you get better than shitty skin for your characters.
You don't get, the starting skin in a different colour. No.
Though I can't promise you'll get better at the game because you paid for an extra 10 minutes
I think this was a good
shit.
podcast. I think this was worth $1.
I think it's worth $1.
Yeah. But by supporting us, you also get, exclusive, you get 1 week early access to 2 podcasts a month, which I think is quite a lot, actually. You get a Not So Indie podcast, which is literally Not So Indie, where we chat about mostly AAA gaming, but sometimes talk about films, talk about comics and all that.
And then indie gaming.
And we also get another podcast called The What We Loved, and we do that each month, and we talk about 3 things each we loved that month. I will stress, because someone pointed out the other day that it wasn't what we loved in that month. Just because, so when we say what we loved about February, it doesn't mean it released in February. It might be the fact that we found it in that month. But 3 things from our lives. That? So I was talking about Tokyo Ghoul, and someone was like, "That didn't release this month," and I'm like, "Oh
my god!"
So it is things that we loved from that month. So it could be something we found that month, we watched that month for the first time, but something we loved, and it's just they're basically, in all honesty, the fuck all to do with the actual content. It's just us having a chat.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
And if you enjoy hearing us just
and it's normally it's normally the what we love that we end up disagreeing.
Because we agree so much in many other things.
No, it's normally this one here, we're normally actually okay. But it's what we loved.
Is that where we usually argue?
Someone's like, "Oh yeah, I watched this recently, that was good." And then someone's pissed and they're like, "We're fucking shit. I know you're fucking all about, mate."
I don't need to be pissed to disagree with Lewis. It just
You do not understand how many times Dan and I disagree.
It's just on the fucking time.
The best is Fortnite.
Oh,
all right.
Jesus
Christ! All right, there's some guys over there, like 346.
Right.
We're gonna move in. Lewis, where are you going? I'm in there. I'm fighting.
No, that's not what happens. What happens is this, right? Lewis shoots and then says, "There's guys over at 345. Should I shoot?" And you're like, "Bit fucking late now,
Hopefully
mate."
you would notice it's me. I'm only dressed as a pink bunny delivering Easter eggs.
running around the middle of a green.
Today's skin.
No, what's
the Raven.
Oh yeah, no, yeah,
The Raven.
not too bothered
I
by
bought
that.
the glider.
I'm just waiting
The
for
glider's
Rex.
amazing.
Yeah.
It pops and it's got massive wings that flap.
Is it Rex?
I've got 200 V-Bucks left now. So.
Oh my god, you've spent it all. So if Rex turns up soon, you're fucked.
No, I spent 20
Anyway,
quid.
this should be. But if
I'll spend Trev and Brian's money
yeah, the
on Rex.
Patreon money.
Thank you for Rex,
Cheers,
guys.
Trev.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Patreon rewards. All the Incredible team get Rex skins in Fortnite.
and that's what you're paying for.
But yeah, no. If you actually want to support us and be serious, we won't spend it on buying Rex skin in Fortnite. We will spend it on buying the bunny skins instead.
No, we will not.
No, this has been the Incredible Podcast, guys, and thank you so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. You can get in touch with us because we do love any and all feedback, especially something if you've got a topic you want us to talk about. We're more than happy to do so. You can get in touch with us, podcast@indie-credible.com, or you can comment, even if you comment on the YouTube channel or this video below, any comment we get, I always give a thumbs up, even if it's a comment against us, because I see a thumbs up as a case of I've took time, I've read that, I've given a thumbs up. I've not.
I mean, if you want to talk about how damn good looking we are, I mean, yes, we understand how painful that is for you.
We're going to bring a new
give a thumb
tier, Patreon, $20 a month tier, and you get dick pics.
You do not get dick pics. That's not happening.
This is why I don't drink.
There isn't a camera big enough to get this. There's a reason I have to strap it to
so
my leg.
my birthday coming up pretty soon as yours.
No, yeah.
And my sister-in-law, Sarah said you want some boxes, because I genuinely do need some boxes, and boxes are shit, aren't they? Because
fucking
you,
awful.
You don't want to go buy them yourself because they're not cheap. Like,
well, not just that, but also
But
you
it's
have
like-
that whole. Well, what do I buy? Do
I
I
know
buy
it's
the
stupid,
cheap shit
but-
ones?
well,
I
I always
get
get the
do I
same.
get the
I
one
always
that's
get
got-
next. I get next hipster boxes.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, they're comfy. I like them. They suit me well. And anyway, where I'm going with this story
Yeah,
is
quick. We
Sister-
should save this for Patreon.
sister-in-law calls me up and goes, "So what size boxes are you?" I went, "Do they measure in dick or hip?" It's my sister-in-law.
I'm so glad I've got brothers.
She went, I think it's around your waist. I went, just a
That's pretty much where I
just a
wrap it.
medium then, otherwise it'd be an extra large, you know. She was like, I'm going to go now. Come on, not even a snigger. Not even a
That's
laugh.
not what-
But anyway,
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you get in the post show. $1.
Yes.
That's the kind of
$1.
chat you
That's
get.
what it would give you.
But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. And apologies, we went a little bit kind of,
That's
off
what
on
we
it then.
do. We've been drinking.
yeah. Have a lovely day. I don't know why I said that. I never said
Day?
that.
It depends when you see
Yeah,
it.
day,
Anyway.
evening, night. I'm just going to go because we're all over the shop here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Patreon.com/IndieCredible. YouTube.com/IndieCredible. Facebook and Twitter. IndieCredible with 2 eyes. At the Dice Bear. At What's Up Woody. We've been your
Hosts. Take care. See you later, guys.
ciao.